Okay, cool. This is episode, I guess...
Two.
Episode 2. Yeah, it's episode 2, but it's technically the 3rd episode. Anyway, welcome to Curtain Relish.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
There's no other reason why we did the episodes that way.
All right, you know what? I don't like the...
Not fuck you. Fuck them.
I don't like the disrespect, man.
Do I look like I give a shit?
Dude, I can just imagine just someone playing that in their car. It's just like all just fucking just huge bass. Just, oh my god. Anyway.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, so I guess we have some stories to tell. First off, I think I might want to start the stories off with the story from literally last night when I got really fucking drunk.
That's a good one.
So pretty much Nick came over. Sorry, Relish, whatever. He came over and he made me some shots. It was a pineapple Bacardi, but he mixed it with
Mio black cherry.
Yeah.
But the energy kind.
Yeah, Mio is like this fucking, I guess, water flavorer, but it had so much caffeine and it's so potent. And it's yeah, apparently it was really concentrated, and I took like how many normal shots did I take? Like 6?
I would normal or my shots?
The ones you made.
The ones I made for you are like a shot and a half, because I know you're not a bitch.
Okay, so then what was? So
I'd say that you took.
I think I did 6 like shot glasses.
Yeah, but like in terms of like normal shot amounts, you took probably about 8 shots. Normal.
Ooh, fuck. Okay, I didn't realize it.
Plus like a couple.
Okay.
Hard Mountain Dews.
Yeah, well, yeah. Those are fucking good, bro. Holy shit. Anyway, so I didn't realize that I was drinking that much fucking caffeine, and I guess by the time we were, going to sleep, I just started saying some shit, and I had no idea that I was saying it. I guess how he describes it is that the caffeine made me insanely delirious, and I just ended up saying shit that I didn't even know I was saying. Essentially,
his brain wouldn't shut off, but his body was ready to sleep. So his brain was still running, but his body and his actual mind itself were completely done.
Yeah, like I literally said, as a response to whatever your question was, because I was fucked. And so whatever you asked me, I just responded with, whenever I play video games, I wear a hoodie or a big hoodie or whatever. And then I realized what I said. I was like, wait, did I just say hoodie? And you were like, yeah, you just said whenever you play video games, you wear a hoodie. And I was like, you're kidding.
I've never seen you wear a hoodie while playing video games.
I feel like I should. I feel like it's a really comfy... It's totally unrelated, but like I feel like it's a comfy-ass thing. I mean, a lot of people do. And fucking not important. My point is that there was that, and then I think I said something else as a response to what you said. I said, oh, I think I have to go watch the Elden Ring trailer.
No. It was like, you were quite anxious because of all the caffeine in your system, right? So I kind of just said, like, how are you feeling? And you were like, oh, I think I should watch the Elden Ring trailer right now.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, bro, you finished the game. Why would you need to watch the fucking trailer, bro?
That's so stupid. You just finished the game. Yeah, no, fuck that. Oh, it's an incredible game, by the way. Holy shit. Anyway, no, but yeah, that's fucking stupid, dude.
Honestly.
Yeah, I got really weirdly anxious just out of nowhere. Like, I was practically asleep, but I was also awake. I was just lying in my bed. And it was... I don't know, man. It was... I just got irrationally scared about, like... Me and my roommate just got a ball python, a baby ball python.
That you didn't tell me about, and then you got really worried about it, even though my girl has.
Yeah. I don't know. I just had no idea because I never told you because I wanted you to see when you got here. Anyway, her name is Emma. She's a beautiful ball python. And anyway, so I just got really stressed out about the humidity levels and the fucking temperature levels and
The substrate.
yeah. Anyway, so and then I guess I gotta watch did I really say that one? I have to watch the Elden Ring trailer?
Yeah, I was like
I
the first one,
barely remember.
the hoodie one. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then we talked for like a minute or two about like why you said that, and then we talked about the anxiety and all that, and then it went to like quiet, right? And it was just like, you all right? Yeah. I should watch the Elden Ring trailer right now. And I'm like, what?
That's so weird, man.
Yeah, and then we talked for another maybe 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
Oh, you said something about me passing out mid-sentence or something?
Yeah, you were like mid-sentence or like, it was like you were reading a paragraph and you fell asleep midway through.
Do you remember what I was saying?
Hell no, you're mumbling at the end.
Oh my god, that's so weird. I think, like, legitimately, that is the first time that has ever happened to me. I guess I've just never ingested that much caffeine, especially when I'm just doing a bunch of shots.
It was about 600 milligrams, I would say.
That's really terrible.
That's what I consume, like, if I drink caffeine at work.
I will never mix that shit with the Energy Mio. Oh my god, we forgot to get the fucking Mio at Publix.
I already told you.
Yeah, I know.
And the tin foil.
Oops. Yeah, we're making salmon. Anyway. So, oh yeah, crazy shit we saw this week.
That.
Okay. Well, remember the first episode when we talked about the guy?
And the second episode when we talked about the other car we saw on 95,
yeah,
the fucked up tire.
Well, you wouldn't fucking believe it. It happened this weekend.
I think this was the worst one.
Yeah, because it didn't fly out of
the wheel. It was
completely
detached.
It was just rumbling, like loosely. Like the tire was just rumbling and loosely rolling around the tire or the wheel.
It was
and I started yelling. I was like, "Oh my god!" And I probably scared the shit out of you guys.
You didn't scare the shit out of me. I was like, "What now?" But it was worth looking. It was like a rubber band was being thrown around the wheel well.
It was so weird. Every time I'm with you on the highway, there's a fucked up tire. I don't know what shit you have going on with, like, I don't know what shit fucking curses you have. Bro, okay, I have an idea.
I steal people's luck. I steal people's happiness, and I take their life force.
Yeah, all unintentional.
I don't mean to. It just happens.
Yeah. First few months of you and I knowing each other, everything's all good. All of a sudden, I have the worst luck in my life, just out of nowhere with my car.
My luck goes well.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, recently as well. It's fucking bullshit. Fuck you, man. Anyway, I have an idea. This is before we get into more stories. I think I have an idea. I don't know if you'll probably be down for it. You see me eyeballing it. The Chipotle mayo. Remember when you squirted it on the pub sub and it was like really like
thick
sounding? Yeah.
What do you want me to do with this?
I want you to squirt it into your mouth right next to the mic just to see what
I'm
it
not
sounds.
eating straight
You would? Yes, you. Come on.
I just ripped ass and you said it smelled like a terrible omelet. Right? And that's because I ate a pub sub with extra Chipotle mayo. And you think that I'm just going to squirt that shit in my mouth?
I really wish we had like a...
You have no idea what that's going to do to me.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
I'm still a human.
Damn it. Could have fooled me with your all fucking luck stealing shit. Anyway. Okay, so... You said you have some stories. However much we get to in this episode is very up in the air. But which one do you think would be the most interesting?
I'll rattle off a few, and you can tell me which one I should do first. I got a ketamine story relating to a movie called Into the Void. I got a ketamine story about Halloween. I got a story about 3 exes I had in middle school and early high school.
Like a normal story? Or a drug story?
First 2 are drug stories. Third one is not a drug story. And then I have the story of how I met my heroin dealer.
Oh, wait. Real quick. Can we just point out... Okay, when we were taking out the trash at work... when we were taking trash to the dumpster... we found a wheelchair with like one of the arms was missing. It's totally fine working otherwise.
Yeah.
We brought it back to my apartment, and right this second, he's sitting in the wheelchair. He's been wheeling around my apartment for fun. It is the most stupid looking shit.
Hey, after the recent unfortunate events relating to the lawn chair that I bought, this is the second best option we have.
It's a fucking wheelchair, dude.
It's comfortable.
I'm sure it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I got the story of how I met my dealer. I got a story about trafficking drugs into Mexico.
do this one, do the Mexico one.
And I also have the first time doing meth.
I guess, I don't know.
Just pick one.
Mexico? How
All
long
right.
do you think each one would take? We don't want to take too long with each story.
I don't know. I feel like the more time I take with each story, the better. I can get more detailed. But some of them aren't very long. Some of them are. It really just depends.
Okay, just
Mexico story?
Yeah, Mexico story.
All right. So, I've been dating this girl for a couple years, I think, at this point. And we would use together, right? Nice girl, smart, but, things didn't work out, whatever. At the time, my family was taking a trip to Mexico, so, I was like, hey, you should come with us. And she's like, okay. And
Just like that.
yeah,
Okay. Sick.
yeah. So immediately, first thoughts on my mind are, wait a minute, I'm a drug addict. It's not like I can just get up and leave. I have a habit that I have to keep up with, or else I'll be sick. I don't want to be in Mexico, shaking, shitting myself for a week. It was one of those all-inclusive resorts, so it was like a place where you actually get to relax. And I didn't want to buy heroin in Mexico. Who knows what it could be?
Yeah, that
And
doesn't sound fun.
I wasn't bringing any syringes with me, so it was just to snort it. So, we ended up being like, all right. I was so not in my right mind that I was like, it'd be a great idea to traffic shit into Mexico. Right?
Okay.
On a plane through Mexican, what is it? Not customs, I guess? Security and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Heroin isn't enough. Let's bring weed. Probably the most pungent smelling drug
Yeah.
you could bring anywhere.
So stupid.
So, for a few days before the trip, I'm like in my dorm, college, and I have my bundle of heroin, 10 bags, really low quality shit just to keep me from getting sick. And I have it like ready to take, wrapped in a rubber band. It's maybe like an inch by 1 inch, and it's only about a half an inch thick. So it's kind of like a cube cut in half, essentially, are the dimensions of the heroin, right? Mm-hmm. Easy to conceal, and you could smush it down to a quarter of an inch thick because it's just 10 really tiny bags.
I just want to wait. So, on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck?
I'll get to it. I'll get to how I did everything.
It's just insane, dude.
Yeah, because I know all the tricks on getting shit through customs and in U.S. domestic flights. It's easy. You just pretty much put it in your pocket. Or throw it in your backpack. It really didn't matter. So I had this whole method of like heroin. Okay, I'll put that in my sock because if it's in my sock, the
X-ray thing would only get your foot.
It's the new one, the one that goes, this one where you stand up, put your hands in the air, and the thing will go from left to right, in front and behind you, and it'll make like an X-ray of your whole body.
Oh, like
not just a metal detector.
That reminds me of like the 3D cameras they use at game studios to scan faces.
Yeah.
Where it just goes all around. Yeah, that's cool.
It's the same thing, and it's just an X-ray machine.
Wait, real quick.
But it only goes to your ankles.
Oh, motherfucker, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So if you just put it in the arch of your foot, they'll never get it.
So what my question is, can they be creepy about it and just look at boobs? Or does it go through clothes? Like, what the fuck is... What's the whole deal with that?
You've seen an X-ray, right?
I mean, sure.
It's bones with like a thin outline for the flesh.
So they
It's
technically
the same thing.
They technically could just be
You won't
creepy about
see
it.
any boobs. You'll see bones.
Yeah, but... okay.
You know what I mean? It's a normal X-ray. It's just if you have something metal on you, if you have something that is powder, any thick, any non-flesh substance, they'll be able to see. All right, any non-flesh substance, they'll be able to see. So like a zipper on jeans, they'll know it's a zipper because they know what a zipper looks like. It'll look like a zipper. But if you have like a bag of Coke in your pocket, they could see it has the outline of a baggie with a bright, X-ray penetrable powder in the bottom, and they'll know it's a baggie.
Okay.
Usually they won't stop you for shit like that, especially on domestic flights. They won't stop you for anything. Another cool thing, I unknowingly trafficked methamphetamine for like 4 years.
How the fuck is that a thing?
I just had it in my backpack and completely forgot about it.
That's sick,
in a baggie,
dude.
yeah.
You never got caught?
No, I traveled to the Netherlands, Mexico,
Holy
probably Russia,
fuck.
everywhere. I just didn't
Jesus.
know.
Wait, you speak Russian?
Yeah.
We never established this on the podcast.
I do speak Russian. I am half Russian.
Wow. Okay, continue.
So I'm in my dorm, and I have my heroin ready, and I'm like, what else will I need? Okay, heroin's good. I can't bring needles because I don't want them to suspect that I have any drugs because I have needles, and I definitely don't have diabetes, and I can't just say, oh, it's for my diabetes. So I'm sitting there like, all right, what else can I bring? Coke, I hate Coke. Meth, I did meth for a long time, not into it. Pills, I don't want to get stopped for pills that they x-ray saw in my backpack. What else is left? And I'm like, weed. It's plant-based, so it doesn't pick up the same in the x-rays. So I sat there and bought like a really nice eighth, right? Because my weed tolerance was low because most of what I was doing was just heroin.
Okay.
So we got an eighth of some like really good bud, like the bud that came in the cans. The airtight like little tuna can essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really good, sticky, dank, just
Sticky, dank.
yeah, some delicious bud. And my mom was like, "Hey, don't bring anything to Mexico. Don't be a fucking idiot." And I'm like, "All right."
So naturally you did.
Oh, of course. How can I listen to my parents when I'm a drug addict? So I'm in my dorm looking at this can of bud, and I'm like, how would I do this? And I go through my memory. Now, I remember on 4/20, when I was in outpatient rehab, smoking a joint, some guy came up to me and said, hey, put on 2 pairs of socks and put it in the arch of your foot. And I'm like, I can't use that. I'm already going to do that with my heroin. Not the 2 socks thing, but in the arch. It's like, okay, what else can I do? And I thought of this great idea. I'm going to take the weed out, de-stem it, grind it, put it in a glove, like a finger of a glove, tie that. Another finger of a glove, tie that. Condom, tie that, and another finger of a glove, tie that. And it's like a ball. Maybe the size of like an AirPods case.
Okay.
No, bigger than that.
Really?
Well, I smushed down the bud because it's an eighth.
So it's an eighth. Yeah.
But it's really dense. It's it was pretty much the size of a golf ball.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right. And I look at my backpack, like, where am I gonna hide this? What's a good place to hide a golf ball sized thing that looks like complete trash? I'm thinking. I'm like, I have an idea. My backpack's fucking disgusting. There's a bunch of paper and balled up tissue and weird wrappers in the bottom of my backpack, some of which made of foil. And foil you can't see because it's metallic through an x-ray. It reflects all the rays.
How do they make it so easy to smuggle drugs?
People aren't worried about the little quantities. They're worried about bringing a kilogram in, which is actually hard to bring in.
Right.
So if you have like an eighth or an 8-ball of this or a weed pen, it really doesn't matter. I trafficked weed in Russia, my weed pen. Very illegal there. But I brought it, I also trafficked heroin and my weed pen into Canada just because I felt like it. That was quite an adventure. But, I'm like, all right. So I put this golf ball sized rubber ball, essentially, in the bottom of my backpack. Now, this thing is thick. It's hardy. Doesn't smell in the slightest. Right? But I know I smell like drugs. Like, I smoke weed all the time, All my clothes, I grow in my dorm.
Okay.
All right? So I know I smell like fucking weed. So, I throw it in the bottom of my bag. It has wrappers, tissue papers, broken pens, pencils, you name it. I'm an art student. I'm not the cleanest kind of guy. And an addict, good luck cleaning my backpack. I'm not cleaning that shit.
Okay.
And it's a really big backpack. Like, the backpack I have now is small. This backpack was like maybe 3 feet tall.
Really?
It's huge,
Okay.
yeah. Camo, very nice backpack. I love it. But the zippers are broken. I just need to get them fixed. And... I'm like, okay, cool. I got my weed in my bag. Excellent. I have the heroin in my foot. Excellent. So I'm like, great. Now the first trial of the journey, getting through U.S. security to get on the plane. You know, we walk, we get to security. You know, my family's in front of me, my grandparents, my parents, my little brother. Then it's me and my girl. My girl was like, Nick, are you sure about this? And I'm like, yeah, we'll be fine. She's like, okay, whatever. Well, you know, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, if we get caught here, what's the worst? You know, they're like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you bringing this? You know, what are you planning to do with this? And I'm like, listen, dude, I just smoke weed. I wanted to bring it with me. And they're like, okay, whatever. And then worst case scenario, I don't go on the trip.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like, okay. And I know that the dogs typically in the United States airports are not drug dogs. They're bomb dogs. So you could walk by them with cocaine and they'll just look at you like, wow, what a cool looking guy.
Okay.
You know, but if you have the slightest bit of nitroglycerin in your backpack, your arm's gone, you know? So, for me, it's whatever. I fucking walk through security. They swab my backpack with a little swab because playing with explosives in my past with that backpack leads to them swabbing my backpack with a thing to detect explosives. And I'm not at the time I was very skinny. And I'm not the most trusting looking person in the world.
Okay.
So, you know, they're like, this guy's kind of shady, whatever, we'll swab the backpack. They swabbed it, came back negative. They're like, all right, sir, here's your stuff. Be on your way. You know, my mom, of course, got stopped for bringing in 53 water bottles and 93 bottles of lotion that are just too big. And it's just something my mom does. It's funny. You know, she's chugging water before going into security. I'm always pretty good about it. You know, I'm like, I won't bring this in.
Right.
You know, but she goes ahead and does that. And so we make it through security. End of story. I don't even remember how I got on the flight. I must have been high on something. But, you know, whatever. We get on the plane. I don't know whether we watch a movie. We might have watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that. Maybe some Disney movies, me and my girl. You know, so we make it to Mexico. We touch down. We fill out the little pieces of paper that say what you're here to do, blah, blah, blah. What's your name?
You have to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's simple. It's just letting you know, like, I'm getting in the country. And they give them to you on the plane so you could do them before landing, but you can do them when you land.
Okay.
You know, it's whatever. I just wanted to do it ahead of time. So, you know, we land, and I'm like, great. And we walk through customs. No issue. Right? You know, the gate where they're like, let me see your passport. What are you doing here? And I'm like, here's my passport. And took off my hat, showed him my face. Just here on vacation with my family, point at my family. Right? It's just me and my girl. My grandparents are all like, there's my boy smiling at me while I pointed them. And the customs guy's like, all right, whatever. Fuck off. You know, keep going. And so we turn the corner. And there's like 4 lines with giant x-ray machines for luggage. So you don't bring in too many cigarettes, so you're not bringing in money, you know, whatever. And they're drug dogs, not bomb dogs.
Can you technically, like, have a pack of cigarettes in it, or in your bag or whatever, and just like somehow take out the tobacco and replace it with weed? Would they notice?
I know in domestic flights you're able to transport CBD to any state.
Okay, well, yeah.
So you could easily have a pack of CBD cigarettes and replace them with weed cigarettes and say, no, this is my CBD. And they'll be like, all right, whatever.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
But I used to just bring my wax pen, you know, just throw it in the tray with my jewel. And I just pick it up on my way out. You know, hit it on the plane, get really high, watch Transformers or some shit.
Hey, Transformers. Shit was good.
Yeah. So I turn this corner. There are these 4 lines. Security. Guys with, like, machine guns.
Oh, my
And I'm
God.
like, I think I was so high. I did a bag of heroin on the flight. I was so fucked up, you know. And I had a sweater on. So I'm already sweating. I'm all greasy looking. I'm tall. I'm skinny. Look like a skeleton with this, you know, short 5 foot, you know, cute girl. And I'm like, all right. Here we go. You know, drug dogs going up and down the aisles, guys with machine guns, you know, giant X-rays and empty your pockets, you know, crazy fucking shit. And I look at my girl and I'm like, hey, I look really suspicious. Take the heroin. And she's like, okay. And I give her the heroin. She puts it in her little purse.
How'd you give it to her?
I just took it out of my sock and gave it to her.
Just right there?
Well, I acted like I was scratching my ankle, but as my 3 fingers were bent, my pointer finger was down my sock. So it looked like I was just scratching.
Oh, okay.
Like I got a mosquito bite. But I was really like fishing it out of my sock.
Okay.
And then I palmed it like that, where you kind of bend your hand halfway and it's in your palm. You know, and I reach into her purse, putting the heroin in, but taking something out. I did something like that. Or I just handed it to her. I don't even fucking remember. You know, me knowing me, I probably did it, you know, smart way. But at that point, who fucking knows? I was high. You know, so I'm wading through the security, you know, maybe 100, 150 people in this room. And my family are ahead of me in the line, and we're towards the back. And there's drug dogs going up and down. And finally, you know, I'm so delirious, I don't fucking care. I'm like, if they catch me, they catch me. What are they going to do about it? I got fucking weed in my backpack, right? I got heroin in my girl's purse. And my family, you know, before getting on the flight in New York, they were like, you didn't bring anything with you, did you? And I'm like, no, of course not. I would never. Me, Nick, your golden child, I would never do such a thing.
So stupid.
Yeah, it was. This is probably the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Okay, so what happened?
So the drug dog is at the front of the aisle by the X-rays, walking up.
Oh my god.
Walking
dude.
up. And it sits down right next to me.
You're fucking shitting me, bro.
As I said, I'm a lucky guy, knock on wood, right? The dog was sitting right next to me like it was my dog. But the way I was standing was it was pointing at the family behind us, who were like scrambling to get their stuff together in line.
Okay.
So the cops were like, is it this calm, tall, white fellow on vacation with family? Or is it this non-white family that is scrambling, looking really stressed and sweating profusely? Right? And he's like, it must be the family. Even the dog's looking at them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I think the dog was just distracted by the commotion, actually interested in why my foot smelled like cheese and heroin, and why my backpack...
Cheese and heroin.
and why my backpack smelled like the dankest fucking weed to ever hit the Mexican streets.
Oh my god.
Right? And the police with the guns are like, hey, come with us.
To you?
To the family.
Oh, to the family. Yeah.
They pull the family
That's
aside.
Insane. That's insane.
And I'm so high, I'm just like, goddamn fucking right. You know? Fucking A. I get through security, no problem. Security pulls my parents aside. Right? To a separate room for questioning. Me, my little brother, my girl, and my grandparents are already through security while my parents are taken somewhere. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Did they actually see it was me and then not do that and take my parents in because they know I'm a minor because they just took me through security and saw my passport? What's going on here? You know, some funny business going on, you know? What are they doing to my family? So I'm just standing there, you know, all this going through my mind, but I probably look like a zombie. It's like 90 degrees out, fucking humid. We have like maybe a bottle of water for like the 5 of us. And after what seems like forever, but it was probably only 10 minutes, my parents come out. And they're like, oh, we just brought one too many cartons of cigarettes through duty free. And I'm like, oh, you pieces of shit.
Oh my god, you fucking lucky piece of shit.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we just paid a fine and gave him a carton of cigarettes. And I'm like, you have no idea what I just went through mentally. No, I never actually said anything, because if my parents knew, they would have probably beat the shit out of me.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, you're confessing right now, so do they know now?
Oh, they know I had brought the weed, because I would show up high to every family gathering we had there. Fucking high on heroin, blazed out of my mind.
Yeah.
You know, drinking the all-you-can-drink alcohol they have there.
Jesus, dude. You lucky son of a fuck.
Dude.
Okay, so have you ever thrown up from smoking weed in general, like just weed?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
All the time. I don't think it was from the weed. I think it was from coughing.
I don't know.
Like I cough so hard that I would just end up gagging and then just vomiting, and I'd be like,
Did I tell you that story? When I did?
No.
I might have. I don't know. I was like smoking a bunch of blunts with one of my friends at his place, and fucking we're just sitting on a bench outside, like in his community or whatever, and then I all of a sudden start seeing red.
So you like greened out, but for you it was red?
It was, dude, I was blind temporarily. I couldn't see.
I'm vaguely remembering the story.
Yeah, I literally could not see. I was like, dude, I cannot see. I'm freaking out right now. I literally am blind. I was like making sure my eyes were open, and like I was blinking, and all I saw was red. And I was like, dude, please go get me a glass of water or something. This is freaking me the fuck out. And then he comes back, or he goes to get me a glass of water, but as he's gone, I throw up onto the floor where not onto my feet.
In between?
But yeah, in between my legs. And I think it probably splashed a tiny bit. It wasn't too much. It was just a normal puke puddle, whatever.
You haven't mastered the art of puking like I have.
No, yeah, because I've pretty much puked maybe 4 times total in my fucking life. But dude, it was insane, man, because the second I puked, the second he gave me the glass of water, I drank it and I fucking could see again. Dude, it was the scariest shit ever. Never fucking experienced shit like that in my life. Oh my god, there was another time where I threw up where I was so dedicated. Okay, so I think, I don't remember how old I was. Maybe I was like 12, maybe 11, maybe 10, who knows. Maybe around 12. Somewhere around there. I was faking being sick for like the longest time, and I was so fucking dedicated to it. And I was like, my stomach, there's something wrong with my stomach. I just can't go to school. And I played it, or I kept that lie going for so goddamn long, to the point where my parents took me to like a doctor's place where they were going to do a CAT scan on my stomach. But I had to drink that chalky white barium liquid. And I had to drink like 2 or 3 or 4 like the container, like a mustard, like a Jesus, nice sound wave.
Like this?
More
than
like 3 of
I just
those.
picked up a regular like
tall cup. Yes, bigger than that.
like a
tall,
like a Monster can equivalent.
Yeah, sort of, probably as tall as like a, yeah, probably maybe more. It might have been more. Anyway, so I had to do drink 3 of those, and I did it, and I could have at any point like tapped out and said, okay, I've been lying, but I didn't. I was so dedicated for some reason, and I didn't want them to know I was lying, making them waste these. Maybe they wasted money. Maybe I don't know. So we were at this fucking thing, and we were in like the lobby, and my dad was like making jokes and stuff, trying to make me feel better about it, and and they're like, yeah, this is taking a little bit too long, because I could barely get it down. And then they bring me into this room with like a nurse just like standing in front of me. I'm sitting down in a chair in this room, and like this like nurse room or whatever the fuck you want, like a checkup room, I guess, whatever. And the nurse is like standing on the just standing in front of me, watching me do it, like I guess trying to help me talk me through it, or help me through it, or whatever. And then out of nowhere, I projectile vomit so far forward, and I think it got on her, because she like jerked back and went, oh Jesus. I was like 12 or 11 or whatever, and this bitch just goes, oh Jesus, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I felt so guilty and so shitty. I puked on this poor woman who was just trying to get me ready for a CAT scan.
Anything for the cause.
Anything for the cause. No school, no pain.
Oh, just skip school.
It sucked. It was so bad. Anyway, so That was one of the other times I've thrown up.
I got really good at it. I've been throwing up forever. You
Dude,
know?
that's just not something to be proud of.
I mean, listen, if you puke often like I did, it is something to be proud of.
Dude,
Like,
I
why?
don't like puke. I think most people don't like that.
Here's the equivalent. When you pee, you get it in the bowl, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to miss the toilet. I've
But-
seen
but,
people
like-
miss the toilet. People fucking just can't aim, I guess. Or just don't care. Anyway,
Hands free, you know?
point is, yeah, that's... You can do that shit? Like, you were able to, like... What were you able to do? What fucking super puke power do you fucking have, dog?
Practice. Practice makes perfect. I just was able to, like, no matter how much I had to vomit in terms of quantity, I was able to almost, like, ball it up in my throat.
Dude,
and
no
have it come
fucking-
out in a projectile form. And just, like, at least get it like, if I'm standing up straight, I can get it 2 feet away from me. So what I would do is I got so good at it, especially when I get fucked up, because I would just do so much shit. When we're walking, stopping, throwing up, and then catching up to everybody is a pain in the ass.
That's just fucking weird, man.
So
That's
I would,
crazy.
like, walk with my legs maybe 4 or 5 feet apart in, like, a weird half split walk. You know,
Okay.
kind of like one of these.
Oh, like the shit yourself walk.
I guess I've never shit myself and had to walk,
Yeah, me neither, man.
but like I would walk with my legs really wide and my torso forward, and I was able to just vomit and
Wait,
leave
I'm
a
sorry.
trail.
Wait, you haven't shit yourself in your entire life? You haven't
I've never shit myself and had to walk with my pants full of shit.
Well, I mean, I don't think it
I've shit myself
like
before.
that,
I've
not
shit myself once. Notable time. I was in a fart competition with my dad and I lost.
yeah, to say the least.
But I shit myself and I was like, it happened.
Jesus,
I
man.
stripped down, left my stuff on the ground, went, released, cleaned, done.
I'd shower immediately.
I did.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just wouldn't.
I
be
would
able to.
assume that showering would be part of cleaning.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not walking around, you know, with a brown crack.
With a pooped up ass.
That's one way to describe it.
Anyway,
Pooped
so
up ass.
with the so you were able to just what were you able to do with the puke? So like you were doing this wide poop yourself walk.
Wide poop myself walk with my chest and head forward. You know, like, you know when you bow?
Sure.
So I'm like bowing with my legs really wide, doing almost like a crab walk.
What the fuck?
You know, just vomiting 2 feet ahead of me in the middle. So it'd be
As
like,
you're walking?
well, yeah, I can't slow down.
What? Yeah, you can be like, guys, stop! I have to throw up.
No, we got somewhere to be. We got to go pick up drugs or something.
Oh my
We have
fucking
shit
God.
to do. So I would just walk and vomit, and I do it so often that my friends would be like, Nick, you know, we're not gonna fucking stop again. And I'm like, you know what? That's right. I better learn to do this on the fly.
Dude, that's insane, bro. That's
Hey,
just, I couldn't
adapt.
adapt. No, just don't fucking puke. What reason did you have to puke? Why were you
Being
puking?
high on heroin makes you nauseous.
Like every time? Or like,
If you after a while it stopped for me, but if I do a lot, I'd throw up.
Jesus.
You know, or I would
Don't
smoke
do
too much
drugs.
weed and then have drinks and then pop a Molly, and just the wombo combo would just make me nauseous. I'd vomit and be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd never vomit drugs. If I had drugs in my stomach that still needed to dissolve, you would not catch me puking. I'm absorbing all of it, holding it down, and then puking.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to control it. I mean, thank God I never really did drugs ever.
I mean, it's comparable to holding in a poop.
Yeah, not really. I mean,
It's hard for me to tell you it's like that because I vomited a lot.
yeah, like whenever, like this past New Year's, I got really, really, really fucked. Like I really got really fucking drunk, and in the morning, I was stupid enough to just be like, not notice that I'm just probably gonna fucking throw up in the morning. Surprisingly, it was only pretty much stomach acid. It wasn't
Oh,
really.
that's the worst though.
Yeah, but
I'd
it
rather
wasn't-
puke more, but puke non-corrosive shit.
It was just. I don't know how I didn't have a bunch of fucking puke, but I was like walking around, drinking water, mouth started watering, and
That's how you know.
and I was just
Your
like,
jaw, like,
please don't
feels
let
tight.
this happen, and it was so scary. I hate puking, bro. It's so fucking annoying, and it's so scary to me. So I just ended up finally just going to my bathroom. Didn't lean over my toilet. I
You
leaned
just vomited all over the toilet.
no. No, I leaned over my sink.
Why the sink?
I don't know. I really don't. I was just standing, and that's it. I just ended up.
Oh, it was just stomach acid. It wasn't chunky.
But yeah, but like at first I gagged and it wouldn't come out. And that's like the worst, because you're like, just let me throw up and be done, and it just wouldn't come out.
I
for
have
a
certain
second.
things I can think of that'll just make me vomit on command.
But like, bro, it was just, I couldn't. And then eventually it went out. It came out like maybe once, maybe a second time, and it wasn't a lot, and that was it. And then of course your face feels all cold
Yeah,
afterwards.
cold sweats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that shit, dude.
I love that.
Of course you do. You fucking weirdo.
You fucking degenerate drug addict.
Oh my god.
10 out of 10.
Huh?
10 out of 10.
Yes.
But I got another story. I got another.
We should probably save it for the next one, because we're already 42 minutes in. And I think maybe, I don't know.
I have a list right now.
I feel like I should have crazy ass stories like you, but I don't have that many. Like, I really don't. I mean, maybe I'm just not thinking hard enough. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't have a super interesting roster of fucking crazy ass experiences. I've already told the acid story, which was fucking an experience.
A doozy.
Yeah, that was not fun. Oh yeah, I never mentioned they at that same night when I was on acid, and I was obviously having a bad trip. They when those guys came over, one of the guys that ended up cutting the back of my fucking hair, while I was on a bad trip. We went by like the beach or whatever, and one of them, no, I think a couple of them, had like a pizza pie, and then they started throwing pizza at me, and I was like, what the
Fucking Jimmy Neutron with the live pizzas out here.
dude? But like, what? But like, why are people so shitty for no reason? I'm literally having a bad trip on drugs, and you're throwing pizza at me.
If
and
people
cutting
did that
my
to
hair.
me, you know, my
I couldn't
friend
really
group-
do anything. I was just scared. I was just fucking. I was like, stop. Like, I didn't know what to do.
Oh my god, this was so funny. I'm not even gonna say who these people are. They're just people I know. I'm not gonna say in relation to me who they are. There's a girl and there's a guy. You know, there's like a big party at my friend's house. And you know, she took acid and she's kind of messed up. You know, like, where am I? Who am I?
Like,
What's
at a
going
party,
on?
like at a populated party, she's like,
It's not like a party. It's kind of just like a get together of many people. It wasn't like a music and solo cups and
okay,
all the guys are with the girls. It was like a squad hangout, but the squad is like 15, 20 people.
okay,
You know, and she's freaking out a bit, you know, having like an existential crisis on acid, shaking like she's having a seizure, right? Blah, 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 blah. And there's a guy who loves feet.
oh, one of those guys. Okay,
Okay, yeah. Short, charismatic Russian boy. He loves those feet.
Jesus Christ,
Right? Cool guy. I like him. But,
You don't like what he likes.
no, I do not. Fortunately for me, I have, generally speaking, normal interests. But, you know, he likes feet. And he was like, oh, I'll take care of her. And everybody in the room was like in agreement. He should not take care of her.
That's fucked.
It was so funny because like she's like losing her shit and people are comforting her, of course, because you know our group was like, all right,
It wasn't a group of fucking assholes.
yeah. If something's going wrong, we're there to help, and that's just how it is. So she's freaking out, you know, like, who am I? Where am I? What's going on? Who am I? Where am I? While shaking, and he's just like, don't worry, guys, I'll take care of her. And we're all like, bro, We know you're gonna touch your fucking toes.
That's so weird, man.
I know. And he was like, "You're right. Fucking send somebody else."
he just gave up. He was just like, whatever, man.
He was like, "Hey, it was worth a shot."
Damn,
So,
what the fuck? That's creepy as shit, dude.
Yeah. So another girl ended up staying with her and consoling her.
That's good.
Yeah, but like that to me, looking in hindsight, it's funny because everything ended up okay.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah, if it had been
in the
like,
moment, it was kind of scary to see somebody react so negatively to drugs, and then
I can't believe people didn't freak out when I was freaking out on acid because they took acid at the same time as
I mean,
me.
everybody at the party was fucked up.
I feel like if I saw someone having a bad trip, it might have tripped me out as well.
Oh,
I was just super lucky to be the first one to have a bad trip. That fucking it was so terrible, man. But yeah, what other times have I freaked out on drugs? I don't think I really have that much. Because the only drug I did was weed and then acid that one time and nothing else ever again.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't had that many freakouts, but I've had a couple instances where things got a little rocky. You know, like
You've never had like a bad trip on anything? Or
I'm saving I've only had one bad trip. I've tripped, 50, 60 times.
That's fucking insane.
Minimum. I mean, mostly acid, but a few times on mushrooms, a DMT here or there. Ketamine.
You never did PCP?
No, never did PCP. Never. It was like one of those things that I never ended up doing. Like I only did crack once. It's another story I can tell. But I've only ever had one bad trip, and that's a long story for another time.
Okay.
But yeah, like freakouts. Like we've had bad experiences, but no freakouts.
Yeah,
like,
lucky.
Yeah, there have been times where I did too much of something, and I was just incapacitated and not able to move for 3 hours.
I feel like I'd flip my shit.
I mean, yeah, I was at that point, even at that point where I was relatively early in my heavy addiction, I had still done a lot of stuff, like, yeah, I'd raided the family cabinets for any pills. I'd tried out, XYZ. I'd already started using needles, but, like, I never had like a horrific experience ever, I don't think. Well, no, that's wrong. That's a lie. I've had bad experiences of like withdrawal, but only a few of being high. I'm going to add that to the list of stories I can tell.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to wrap this one up. Tiny bit shorter than usual. But we got to get to cooking that motherfucking salmon.
That fish.
That yellow rice. It's going to be good. So yeah, today's Sunday. We usually do it on Saturdays, but we were busy doing something yesterday. So
no, it should always be up by Monday.
By Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we will be back next week.
With another podcast, another episode of this scrumptious curtain relish.
Yeah, beautiful
content you desire.
Yes, of course.
All 5 of you. 2 of which being fucking us.
So pathetic, dude.
Hey, it's a passion project. We're doing this for fun, not to gain the views. But hey, if anyone wants to sponsor us, please let us know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Nothing.
We're desperate for money, please.
All right. This has been Curtain Relish. Yeah. See you next time.
See ya.
Jesus. Nice sound wave.